Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Words of Heart podcast. I am your host, Dion Sanchez, and joining me in this episode is a very special guest. You know him as the relationship guy on TikTok and all over. So please join me in welcoming Zach Barber.
What's up, everybody?
Thank you for joining me, Zach. It is a real honor having you on, truly.
Absolutely. I always ask my manager if we get any emails about podcasts. So anytime we get one, I'm always trying to jump on it.
Awesome. So, Zach, I know who you are, but my listeners don't know who you are. So, do you mind starting with sharing with my listeners a bit about yourself?
So long story short, I had just gotten out of jail, actually. I don't know, not a lot of people know that I've been to jail 3 times. I had gotten out of jail and I had heard about TikTok. That was like the new thing, I guess, right when I had gotten out. So I never downloaded it at first, but then eventually I just downloaded it, started watching it, whatever. And I became obsessed with it. So I started making videos, doing acting, videos, doing just skits or like dumb stuff, whatever. And I wasn't even getting 20 views. Like, it was completely flopping. So I'm like, well, then why am I even, like, what am I doing? And then a buddy of mine, we talked about it and whatever. And I used to give relationship advice in high school, like to buddies, even girls, like girls I thought were like, I had crushes on, were asking me like through Facebook Messenger, like, what do you think I should say to this guy, whatever. So I've just always had that in me. So I made a video on TikTok called How to Be the Perfect Boyfriend. And it got like 500,000 views within a couple like hours. So of course I'm jumping up and down, like going like crazy, like showing everybody. So then I make another video about why I would make a bad boyfriend. That one got even more attention. So I just kept going, making a relationship advice videos, not fake, like they're really coming from, it help people. And ever since I hit my first 1 million followers, then my second 1 million followers, then now I'm just about to hit 3 million. So it's taken me about 10 months to a year to get to where I'm at. But it was like dedication, like every day of the week, even weekends, was always a video to go on TikTok. So pretty much that's how most people know me. If you Google my name, it has everything on there. I actually just made it on famous people's birthdays, which I thought was pretty cool. And then not to keep going on and on and on,
No,
but I also,
please,
my new thing that I do now, I have a second TikTok account called Zach Barber 2. And that one is strictly acting. Like, I do impressions, I do acting. I have Euphoria on right now, and I acted out Fezco and Nate. So like, if you guys want to check me out acting, that's like the new thing I'm doing right now. So
awesome. So considering all the videos you've uploaded, which is like 1,000 from my own standpoint, how overwhelming is that, having to upload a video consistently? Like, does that take a toll on you, trying to make sure you have like good content out? Like, that has to be a lot. And I know you upload on Snapchat and Instagram as well.
yeah, so in the beginning, it was only TikTok. Now that I have over 100,000 people on Instagram. I'm really, really active on. Actually, I'm almost active on Instagram more than any other app right now. Just because I'm trying to build it. Because I'm in the process of talking. That's what my other Zoom meetings are. Talking to casting directors. So of course, I have a manager. So my Instagram has to be, I can't just post anything I want. Sometimes I get drunk and I do, and I have to hear about it the next day from my manager. And some things will be like, okay, just leave it. Other things will say, you've got to delete that right now. But we all most people like to have a drink and a good time every once in a while. And I guess knowing I have a following, it tempts me to like want to post stuff when I'm like that. Right. Anyway, in the beginning, it wasn't overwhelming at all. Like, it was just fun for me. Like, I loved it. Like, waking up every day and coming up with a new video, like, I was obsessed with it. I grew up watching Jake and Logan Paul. Of course, like, it's every day, bro, and like the Low Gang and whatever. So that really inspired me to, I can't not post. I have to at least do one video every single day for a year. And sure enough, and yeah, I'll tell you, like, some videos might not even hit 50,000 views. And for me, that's like horrible, because lately my goal is to make 1 million views a video, but it just doesn't work that way all the time. But anyway, to answer your question, now that I've already done all that I've done and I'm at this point, very overwhelming. Like there's days where I don't post obviously every day anymore. When I'm sick, you know, there's no way I used to post when I was sick. Now, if I'm sick, like I will not post anymore. So it is overwhelming. And some of the people I've spoken to, like I've spoken to certain celebrities, just through like Instagram Messenger and direct message on TikTok. And I've gotten a small taste of what sort of becoming famous feels like. And at first, I mean, I still love it. I've always loved attention growing up. But it can be a lot, you know, because if you post something that people don't like, you still have to see that. You have to read all that. And I'm one where I read every comment. I really do. So when I see the hate, it does hurt. But at the same time, like if you're not getting hated on, you're not doing something right. You know, it's the rule of 10. 3 will like you, 3 will hate you, and 4 will be undecided, you know? So to answer your question, yeah, now it is a little overwhelming, but that's why I have a good team around me, like buddies or my manager. I actually work for a whole team.
Wow.
And so it's not just me at this point. So I have little support. But yeah, it can be a little overwhelming.
I can't imagine having to do as much as you do. I mean, I went crazy with my own episodes for my podcast. So I can't imagine like the mental toll it has on you to make sure it's reaches out to the right people. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a huge fan and I do watch your videos quite a lot
Oh,
compared to other videos on Instagram and everywhere else. But yeah, it has to.
I appreciate the watches, honestly.
To do what you do. And considering how much of a following and how much of a presence you have, I do have to ask, I believe, and I might have my facts mixed up here, you were engaged through TikTok, is that right?
Yeah, that's the funny old story that no one seems to remember, or maybe they do, whatever. I actually met a girl. I live in Maryland, and I met a girl through TikTok who lived in LA, California. So in the beginning, she just messaged me. I thought she was really cute. You know, we vibed, we messaged. Then it turned into FaceTimes every night, every day. We were watching movies back to back while on FaceTime. Like it was wild. And I just didn't believe it. Like I'm thinking, I'm never gonna meet her, but like this is fun. So I'll keep talking to her, FaceTime, whatever. Well, one night I surprised her. I was drinking a little bit, but one night I just said, you know what? And this was during COVID, like the peak when it had just been a big thing. I went online and I purchased a ticket, like an airplane ticket to go see her. And I told her about it as I was already there, like the airport, like at LAX. So she like went crazy, picked me up, and we just had a whole week in California. It was honestly, I want to go back so bad. Like that's my end game for sure. Anyway, so that happened. I came home, and then a couple more months go by, and we end up getting a house together and moving in together with her friend. Her friend's name was Abby. And so we all three were living together. And time went on, and I asked her to marry me, and she said yes, but we ended up breaking up before anything after that. So
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, that was the craziest thing because this was during the pandemic, obviously, which has unfortunately still affected all of us to some degree. But just to be literally engaged through TikTok, I can't comprehend the level of anxiety or nervousness that encompasses that, because you made it publicly known to literally everyone.
yeah, it's funny you say that because I made the breakup public to everybody too. Like I have videos of me crying on there, and yeah, like obviously I'm holding the phone as I'm crying. Like it's not like I'm just natural. I purposely did that because I'm the type of person where, as much as I hate social media, I live on social media. If I didn't have a phone, I'm one of them. I don't know what I would do, because that's how I make money. That's how I talk to anybody, unless I'm, hanging with them in real life, of course. But unfortunately, I live on social media because that's because it's not just the main TikTok. It's now my second TikTok account, Instagram, Snapchat. I have 583 unopened snaps. And now Facebook is I'm starting to post on there now. So it's a lot of work. I haven't had a job since the beginning of last summer. I've been living strictly off of TikTok, like social media. So I mean, I can talk about anxiety. I have anxiety. I get it really bad when I do. I don't take medication. I'm just not one to want to rely on a pill every day. I'm just not that kind of guy. Like if something's wrong, I'm just trained to fight that feeling, that's just kind of how I do it. I know that's not what a lot of other people do, but yeah, there's a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of loneliness too. That's the biggest thing I suffer from is loneliness, because everyone's working, everyone has kids, everyone has wives or girlfriends, and I'm single and I do this, so it's just a lot different of a lifestyle than even my own family. Like what 27-year-old gets to just wake up and go see his nephew every single day because he just wants to, it's not easy, but I'm making it work, and the goal is to try to keep doing relationship videos, but I'm trying to get my audience to see that I really want to act. Like I really want to be an actor, which is so cool that I have 2 Zoom meetings with casting directors already. So, and one of the shows that the casting directors were trying to talk about me getting on that show is huge. Like I'm not allowed to say anything about it, qualified. But if I made it on that show, my whole life would change. Like this whole TikTok thing would just be like times 5, times 10. Like it would just completely change my life. So that's what I'm really trying to get people to see now is, oh, wow, he can really act. Like I want to see him in a movie or a show or whatever. So if anyone who is watching this, if they are, and they go to my second account, you're going to see sides of me that you might not have ever known I had, because I'm screaming, yelling, acting. Like I'm doing, I want to be a method actor. So I try to become who I'm acting as, so it's a lot. There's a lot going on. Like I'm finally able to sleep a full 6, 7, 8 hours at night now. I was only getting, and I kid you not, 3 hours of sleep every night, if that.
Wow.
It's not even sleep. It's a lot.
So honestly, I think one of the most, and I mentioned this in our email, you are so open to just being human. Like I know you're very viral and famous, but you're also like very down to earth. Like how are you so vulnerable and just so down to earth and be able to be so transparent, especially on such a broad platform as social media?
Honestly, so I want to say this in the best way possible. I don't want to say acting. I don't want to say that, because then people might think I'm acting on my main account. The main account, that's all genuine coming from me.
Right.
But the second account, obviously I'm putting on a show for every video I do there. I think it's just how I was raised. I actually grew up in religion. Like I went to private middle school. I grew up in a church. Like my whole foundation started in a church, basically. Like that, I've never missed a weekend going to church. I was always with church friends. It wasn't until high school that I went public, like completely my whole life changed. That was a big moment in my life. I went from weighing, this is another thing not many people know. I went from weighing 265 pounds within 1 year down to 175 pounds. Like I used to be fat, because in private middle school, like you're not there to show off. You're not there to like you're there to meet girls, but not in that kind of way. Like it was just different. So I didn't care what I looked like. I'm not trying to impress anybody. But when I went to public high school, a whole different ball game. I met all these different people. I was that kid in high school that was friends with everybody. Like I didn't have a set group of people. And I think that's like my mom. I think I get a lot of me from her, because she was the same way, loves attention, likes to put on a show, act, all that. But I think it's just because I'm just being me. Like I'm just being real. Like down to earth is just kind of who I am. And one of my qualities or traits, whatever, is openness. Like I don't lie. There's no reason for me to lie. There's nothing that I have to keep a secret unless I'm told keep it a secret or else, whatever. But yeah, I'm just being me, and I guess the whole I've been doing it for a year and a half, 2 years now. So it's just kind of a second nature, really. Like when it comes time to do a TikTok, it's like, all right, let's go. And it's just boom. Once I hit record, it's like, it's almost as if a different person is doing it, because the energy, it takes a lot of energy. Because when I make my videos, I purposely will like yell a little bit, hit the steering wheel, like, because I'm trying to grab people's attention. That's why if you watch my older videos and then watch my newer ones, you'll see the newer ones are quicker because I now learned how to edit, so I can like cut where I want, make it quicker. Because that's really what it's about. For anyone who wants to go viral, you have to grab their attention from the first 3 seconds. And if you don't, they're going to keep swiping. So, but once you build a following, that's different, but yeah.
So I am curious, since you're the relationship guy, what are your thoughts on dating shows like The Bachelor and I think there's a show on Netflix called Love is Blind? What is your opinion on those shows, or you even have an opinion on those?
So I actually like those shows. And actually, it's funny, The Bachelor, that is one of the that one I'm allowed to say something, because that one's actually not the big one I was talking about either. The big one's something completely different.
I'm not trying to mess up your deals. But yeah,
that's a show I'm in the works of trying to see. A lot of people, I post every day I go into the gym. I'm doing that to show I'm at the gym, but like I really am at the gym because I'm trying to get ready for either one of these shows coming up. It's sounding like one is a pretty good chance, but The Bachelor's the one actually I'm doing the meeting after this. So we're gonna kind of see what happens with that. But I will give a little tip to anybody who wants to go into show business. I actually was told to get into shape. Like even how I look now, they still were like, we need you to get in even better shape. So we did that because so my ex, I can say her name. Her name's Brittany. She used to live in LA and she was in the show business. She actually still lives in the same town as me. Like she still lives here. She never moved back.
Wow.
And I kept asking her, like, why would you want to be here? Like, why wouldn't you want to go back there? And she said, because the show business life was not for her. Like she was even on a harder schedule where she had to like strictly eat this, that, whatever. And I guess that was where me and her, we just had differences. Like I want that life. I want that whole LA life, being in movies or TV. And she wanted out of that. So we're kind of like reversing lives. But yeah, so there's a lot coming up that I'm sort of allowed to talk about because nothing's in stone yet. So I don't even want to say it unless I know. But The Bachelor, I'm just hinting to that because that is possible.
Yeah. I've seen maybe 2 seasons of The Bachelor. I'm not an avid Bachelor lover. Please don't kill me, audience. I have a life outside of watching Netflix and TV. But yeah, I was just curious because they try to depict what love is. In my own personal opinion, I think the show Love is Blind does a very good job of advocating that because it's more about the person on the inside versus their body. So I don't know if you watched it or heard of it at all, but I definitely would recommend it. It is a very good show.
Yeah, Love is Blind, that one I actually haven't seen. But The Bachelor, like, I mean, I'm not like an avid watcher of either one of those, but I used to be heavily into like The Bachelorette, like seeing all the guys like fight over this one girl, like, and then I just watch it because it is entertaining it, and like watching it. And it was actually my mom's idea to reach out to the Bachelor show people because she's like, why don't you try doing that? So I did. My manager reached out, and sure enough, we heard back. I didn't think we were going to hear back. And so that's what I'm working on next. But yeah.
So, and I know you always have like advice, obviously. Do you have any advice you can share with my audience, those who are single, in relationships? What advice do you have as far as my audience in regards to relationships, because I'm sure they have a lot of thoughts and have no clue what to do, similar to myself.
Honestly, if you're single, my best advice is don't wake up every day and expect to find somebody. Don't like force it, because it's not going to happen. Sometimes the best relationships come in your life when you don't expect it. Like, just maybe because like right now I'm going through jury duty this week. Let's say you go to jury duty, you can meet the love of your life in that room, but you don't know. Like, so I guess I'm just not wording it right. I guess when you go anywhere, don't expect to find love. Don't think you're going to find it. Just do you, be yourself. Do not be anyone but yourself, and just kind of let it happen. Like the only thing I will say is if you're single and you're trying to find love and you're what's that called? Like a homebody, like you don't go anywhere. I don't know what to tell you with that, because that the only way is to meet somebody. I mean, unless you're like on a dating app. I do, and to answer the question that anyone might have about dating apps, they do. I think they do work. The problem is maybe the people you're swiping on don't know how to do it, or maybe they're just, because a lot of the times it's conversation. People don't know how to have a conversation, or they do, and then it just dies because somebody doesn't know how to keep it going. And I think that's a huge problem, because so many people live on their phone. It's like they've almost forgotten how to interact in real life. But and if you're in a relationship, my message to any guys out there is be the guy you were in the beginning. Be the guy that she fell in love with, because honestly, I've seen so many couples not care about their own relationship anymore. Like they just, okay, like, they just don't care. And that's why she's not going to do that for you, or that's why that's going to happen, or this is going to happen. Be the person that you both fell in love with, like from the beginning, be that same person. Obviously grow together, but remember who she fell in love with, the guy that she met, not the guy that you are now. And when it comes to girls, there's so much you could say. But I mean,
very complicated breed. I will have to say that we are complicated.
It's tough. The way I look at it though is don't overthink it, because once you overthink things with girls or relationships, you end up not knowing what to do. You panic, you freeze, you fold, whatever. Just be yourself. That's probably my best advice of the whole thing I can give you. Be who you are, because let's say you're pretending to be someone that you're not. You fall in love with someone, later down the road, they see who you actually are. Relationship over, unless they somehow magically like who you really are instead of who they thought you were in the beginning, whatever. Be yourself, because that's when, if people don't like you, forget those people. But if people like you, they actually like who you are for you, and not just a facade,
Right. So I do have one more question before we get to the icebreaker segment. You are so popular at this point that you have been getting catfished or fake accounts, or having people interact with your fake accounts. Please share your thoughts on that.
So I've actually spoken to the head people of Instagram and head people of TikTok about it. I'm actually trying to get verified on Instagram. That way people can see, like, this is me. This is the only me on this app. But long story short, I tested it, because I kid you not, I'm getting probably just in one day 80 to 100 messages only talking about these stupid fake accounts. So I'm not going to answer everybody. That's ridiculous. But that's why sometimes I'll make a story about it. You can search my name on the TikTok or Instagram search bar. You'll see about 80 to 100 names of my face, my name, everything. I only have one Instagram account. Well, technically 2 TikTok accounts. So that one can be a little mixed up. But yeah, like people are just taking my pictures, taking my name even, and just pretending to be me. And the new thing I'm hearing is they're asking fans for money.
Oh.
And then, see, when it comes down to money and things like that, or harassment,
yeah,
that's when I can't just sit here and let it. I have to try to do something. So people don't know this. I'm actually cool with TikTok. Like, I have a friend who actually works at the board, like the main headquarters. And I think I shared it on one of my stories. She took a screenshot. They had 10 examples, like the company TikTok, they had 10 examples to like show TikTok employees, like, I guess they were trying to change something. And out of the 10 TikTok examples, I was one of them. Like, literally the headquarters is using one of my videos as an example. I thought that was crazy. But anyway, so I used my connections and have spoken to TikTok about it. They said they're going to try to help me or try to get it fixed, but I'm still getting messages every day about it. So unless it's Zach_Barber or just Zach Barber, no underscore, no space, it's not me. So.
Well, I'm glad to be speaking to the real you and not one of those fake accounts. So on to the icebreaker segment. This is my favorite part because it just makes it all the more fun. So I'll start with the question. If you had to come up with a title or a chapter for where your life is at this precise moment in time in the universe, what would it be?
So many things come to my mind. I'm just gonna say, I'm sorry I'm taking so long.
No, it's
I mean, this
Many
is so,
people
it's
are
a
stumped
boring
with this.
answer. I have so many other answers, but I would have to just say, not there yet, but on my way. Like,
That's a good answer.
whatever I don't know, like, because I'm nowhere near. I'm still nowhere near where I want to be yet. So that's why I'm always trying to be better. But yeah, I guess almost there, or like on my way. I don't know, something like that.
It's a good answer. Many people get stumped with this question because it makes them think. But my title or chapter, I know you saw maybe one small snippet of my videos, but my title or chapter for my life would be a warrior for change. Just to give you somewhat of a bit of insight into me, I've had to overcome and face a lot literally from the second I entered this world. For the first 2 years of my life, I couldn't hear her talk. So me talking right now and is like an awesome
Oh, wow.
feeling. But yeah, so from literally the second I entered this world, I was categorized as different. And I started struggling with my mental health really as early as 3 years old, as a result of how I was born. So when it comes to being different and the loneliness and isolation and a little bit of what you were going off of as far as not having any socialization whatsoever, I understand a great deal of that as well from my own experience. So I think a warrior for change really symbolizes and reflects who I am right now and moving forward. I also became diabetic during the pandemic as well. So that's another part of my story as well. That has not gotten any smoother, but I guess it's not meant to be smooth. It's just meant to make me a better person. And it is. And it's why I have this podcast. So,
well, from what I've seen from meeting you, just from this, you seem like an incredible person. That's so wild that you've overcome all that, though, because what doesn't kill you stronger,
right.
know? So, and yeah, being different, there's nothing wrong with that. Because when people say there's such thing as normal, what is there's no, who's normal? Like, there is no such thing as normal. It's just people being people,
Absolutely. So on to my favorite part. Many guests enjoy this, I feel, because it's something that they don't anticipate, and that is the icebreaker game. So the icebreaker game is called Song Association. So maybe you can add your acting chops into this, maybe. So how it works is, first, you don't have to be an avid singer. You can be a whistler, a shower singer, a yodeler. In one of the past episodes, someone did try to yodel these words, which was really interesting and comical as well. So here's how it works. I give you the word. You can either sing it, rap it, yodel it, or whatever vocal range you would like. That's possible, that is. And it can either be in the lyrics or in the song title. but it has to be an actual word. You can't like replace the word or replace the song. It has to be an actual song pertaining to the word, and it can't be the name of an artist like Faith Hill or Popcorn Timberlake or something like that. It has to be an actual song pertaining to the word in the lyrics or in the title. However, and this is where the fun part for me, the host, gets interesting. You don't have the luxury of time. You have literally probably 3 words. I don't make it crazy. 3 words. And you have 15 seconds from the time I give you the word to either sing it, rap it, yodel it. And yeah, that's pretty much how the game works.
So the only thing I'm gonna say is this is why you'll never see me making videos in my apartment, is I can't like be loud. Unfortunately, like I live.
Okay.
So what I'll rap. I'm just gonna rap it. I can't like.
Okay,
Yeah.
like I mean, many people have. It's a fun game, so you don't have to like scream at the top of your lungs because of your house. But so I'm gonna start with the first word, and the first word. I'll wait till that annoying sound from my room goes away. Gotta love nature. So the first word is heart.
Heart.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So so what am I? So with that word, I'm doing what?
You have to find a song pertaining to the word, but I don't think you have any time left now.
Hang on.
I mean, you can still do it even though the timer went off. I mean, there's a bunch of songs with the word heart if you think long.
But it has to be an actual song?
Yes.
Like with the word heart in it?
Yes.
All right. I got this ice box where my heart used to be. I got it. You know that song, right?
I feel like I should.
Icebox by Omarion.
Oh, okay.
I got the icebox where my used to be.
Okay. Wow, that's a good choice. I was not anticipating that, but we are in the same age bracket. Many kids would have opted for what's another song? My Heart Will Go On by Celine Dion.
I've actually never.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before.
Achy Breaky Heart by Billy Ray Cyrus. There's also I might get my boy bands mixed up here. There's Quit Playing Games with My Heart by I want to say NSYNC. So there's some answers there. But on to the next one. See, you're doing good, even though the timer went off, but you're doing good. So again, you have to find a song pertaining to this word and in the lyrics. So if it's in the lyrics, it's simple. But many people brain decides to go on vacation when it comes to this game. So the second word is words.
Words. Yep, my brain went on vacation.
Yeah, the timer.
I can't think of any single song
with words in it. If it makes you feel better, many people can't come up with those. They get really stumped on this second part, even though word.
I mean, maybe if you want to take that one over.
Well, some guests have given bird is the word, that song.
Oh yeah.
There is a song More Than Words by the band Extreme. I only know the song because it was covered by a band I know. So what else? There's a song literally called Words by Hawk Nelson, but I don't know how to sing that one. So yes, people get stumped.
I just cannot think of anything.
So
I'm a huge I listen to music as religion, so I don't know how, I don't know. I just don't.
It's completely fine. I love music too. And that's probably the joys of this game because it makes people think and tap into their interests as far as music, and it pertains to words, which is like literally the title of my show. So
can I you, like what's your like go-to? If you could pick one, I want to ask you, if you could pick one song all to be a go-to song you always have to listen to, what would it be?
Man, I have a lot of music in my phone. A go-to song.
Like if you had to pick one song to listen to for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh, one song for the rest of my life?
Yeah.
Dang it, one song.
It's tough, I know. I'm asking you first, the way I can think of mine.
Justin Timberlake. I guess Justin Timberlake, but he has a lot of songs. I only say that because I have literally a book of his in my room. And a CD of his. What song of his? Senorita.
Oh, oh, that's a good song. I like that. I think it's really tough for me too, because I'm constantly listening to different music all the time. Like Euphoria soundtrack, like the artist, his name is Labyrinth or whatever. Absolute amazing music. Like I love all of it. If I had to pick a song that I had to listen to for the rest of my life, I think I would honestly choose, I forget the name of it, but it's a Frank Sinatra song. Like any Frank Sinatra just puts me in other world. Like, so I think I'd have to go with a Frank Sinatra song. I just can't really, I can't narrow it down to the song because I can't say Fly Me to the Moon. I can't even name some of the other ones, but.
Who made me pick an artist or a song? You put me in the hot seat on my own show. We're gonna go with just the artist, but okay.
I was just curious. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Don't apologize. I have no problem answering any questions my guests have for me. But yes, I'm very much into music, and Justin Timberlake's just one small artist. So,
Right.
and you're sort of streamlining or distracting from the last word. So the last word, I feel like I should change it for you just to make it more complicated and hard, but I'm gonna be nice. So the last word I change a lot. So hopefully, I mean, if you deep far enough into the music regions of your brain, I feel like you can do this one.
I'm ready for it.
The last word is believe.
Believe.
Mm-hmm. I had so much.
Oh, the time.
You can keep thinking if you'd like. I'm pretty sure you can come up with a song and I guess past the 15-second mark.
You just. I don't know if that's a song. I don't know why. Whenever it's like these kinds of questions, I just have nothing.
I would say you can go off the music that's playing in the background of my house, but because it's pretty loud. But I don't think they have the word and the lyrics that's playing. But since you seem very stumped at this one, there is the song "Don't Stop Believing."
Oh my gosh. That's crazy.
That's just a really iconic song with the word.
I can't believe I didn't even think of that. Like I'm not, whatever this game, like this, I'm hard. This is a game I have to say I'm not good at. I'm usually really good at stuff.
Well, don't feel bad. Many people flop at this game, but it's just for fun because when it comes to the topics I discuss, it can be pretty difficult and slightly depressing at times. So this is just a fun icebreaker game. I can give you a bonus word if you'd like to try to redeem yourself in this game.
I'll try. Yeah, I'll try one more.
All right, a bonus word.
If I get stumped on this one, I gotta put in the towel if I do.
Okay, I'm only gonna do this because my dad is watching the movie in the background. So if you don't get this, then it's a 3-letter word. I never done that before, a 3-letter word. So
I'm ready.
you're the first person to get a 3-letter word. So if you really can't think of a song with this, then it's going to be
If I can't think of a song with a 3-letter word in it, then something is more wrong with me than I thought.
So the bonus word, which is 3 words, never done that before, is In the Heights.
In the Heights.
You can do it.
Oh my gosh. In the Heights.
Oh.
I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know. I really don't know. You got me on that. I don't know.
I'll play the song after this recording because to my audience, you know this song, In the Heights. It's a movie, Latin America, Afro Latinos, all the whole 9. And Lin-Manuel Miranda, who's the epic genius of composing everything, is behind that awesome movie and the song, which Zach was not able to even.
I really don't know. Yeah, I don't. I've never even heard of that before.
I mean, it's a movie. I mean, it's on HBO and everywhere else. But like, even if you haven't seen the movie, it is an actual song in a Broadway play too. So see, it's in Broadway. You're an actor. You should know this.
Oh wow.
I'm clowning a bit now at this point, but thank you, Zach.
Well, I've definitely got a lot of homework to do after this.
Yes, thank you for indulging in my silly little icebreaker game, and we can clown you on your musical lack thereof all night long, which I have no problem doing that. But unfortunately, we're at the end of this very awesome episode. Thank you so much. Like, I was really surprised you emailed me back, considering your schedule.
I know it's funny because I've been on 2 other podcasts and they could not believe it either because they're like, they're like at the bottom working up, and so the way I do it is I purposely tell my manager, any podcasts, anything, do it. Like, I want to do it all, so if it was up to me, I would do a podcast every day for people, but yeah, I'm really super glad and thankful that you had me on here. It really means a lot. You're taking time out of your day. We're both taking time, and it's fun. Like, you're a good person to talk to. You seem like a really, really kind soul as well. And it's been an honor to be on your show. And I hope that this blows up, gets you 1 trillion views on YouTube.
Thank you so much, Zach. Thank you to my listeners for tuning into the latest episode of the Words of Heart podcast. If you enjoyed this episode, if it resonated with you, if you want to clown Zach's music skills, here are the ways to do that. You can find us on Facebook at the Words of Heart podcast. We're also on YouTube and wherever you listen to your podcast, Apple, Spotify, or Google. Again, subscribe, retweet, send it to the moon. If you are listening to it from the moon, let me know. I still want intergalactic broadcasting to happen because it is 2022. Anything's possible. But until then, from all of us here on Earth, again, thank you so much, Zach, for joining me. This was a true honor. If you want to get in touch with me on anything pertaining to Zach's music skills or just in general, you can find me on Twitter at HeartWarrior24 or on Instagram at HeartWarrior25. So stay healthy, stay safe, embrace who you are. I find that to be a really important message that Zach gave in this episode, and it encompasses everything that this podcast is about, embracing who you are regardless. So stay healthy, stay
be
safe.
yourself.
Yes. And until next time. Bye.
Peace.